Madrasa Al Hawa. I am so happy to be with you today, but also I am so sad because my colleague Mr. Muhammad can't come today because he had an accident. And I think that he needs your prayer, that may God enables him to come next week. Okay, today let's go on what Mr. Muhammad explained last time. He explained the universe. Let's start with the summary. What's meant by universe? Universe is the wide extend space around us that contains all galaxies, stars, all forms of life, living organisms and non-living things. This is number one. Number two, what is meant by galaxy? Galaxies are the bigger units of the universe. Or galaxy is millions of stars that rotate together. What's meant by galaxy cluster? Galaxy cluster is a group of galaxies that rotate together. And the galaxy which the solar system belongs to is called Milky Way galaxy. Why? Because it appears in the sky at night as splashed milk or a spread straw. Milky Way galaxy includes the solar system. Solar system, it is the sun and the 8 planets that revolve around it. Mr. Muhammad also explained Big Bang. What's meant to Big Bang? It is massive explosion that occurred about 15,000 millions of years ago. How? The universe was a very small hot ball. This ball is from energy, was from energy. And it's exploded when 15,000 millions of years ago. And within minutes from this explosion, its temperature decreases to be 10 billion degree. So the forms of matter began to form because first thing, hydrogen is formed. Hydrogen was 75% and helium was 25%. Why? You can ask now, why? Why hydrogen was 75% and helium is 25%? It's not in the exam, but just to understand, okay? Scientists think first that the origin of universe was the matter. Origin of waves, origin of energy was matter. But now scientists think that the origin of matter was wave. How? Waves as quarks. Quarks, we have two types of quarks. One of them is called up and it carries positive charge. The other one is called down and it carries negative charge. If two of them, one positive, one up, and one down, and another one up, so one up and one up form two, positive 2, and one down, negative 1, so its summation is positive 1. They form proton, one proton. What is the element that contains one proton only? Yes, hydrogen. So these waves, two up quarks and one down quark, form the first particle of matter, the first proton. So they form hydrogen because hydrogen includes or contains just one proton. After that, they could combine together again to form two protons and two neutrons to form helium. But hydrogen first, hydrogen more, because they need just to be one proton. So hydrogen was 75%, then helium was 25%. After that, within 1,000 million of years after the moment of Big Bang, formed the cloud, gaseous cloud. This gaseous cloud includes hydrogen and helium. But from 2,000 million to 3,000 million of years after the moment of Big Bang, formed ancestral galaxies, the beginnings of galaxies. But after 3,000 millions of years after Big Bang, the galaxies were formed and appeared. After 5,000 millions of years after the moment of Big Bang, Milky Way galaxy appeared. After 10,000 millions of years after the moment of Big Bang, solar system appeared. So the solar system is not old, it's modern. So we say always that the solar system is on one of the arms of Milky Way galaxy. Milky Way galaxy has a spiral shape with 4 arms. I think we have a call. Muhammad from Alexandria. Welcome, Muhammad. Hello? Hello? Hello, Muhammad?
Hello?
Hey, Muhammad. Do you have a question? I think we missed it. Okay, let's go on, my dear student. A solar system is not old, it's modern, and the modern stars not inside, not in the center of the galaxy, but just on the arms of the galaxy. Milky Way galaxy has a spiral shape with 4 arms. And after that, after 12,000 millions of years after the moment of Big Bang, there was the life, the first life, the earliest life on the earth. But after 15,000 millions of years after Big Bang, now, the moment that we live now. But there is another question. Give reason for. Each galaxy has its shape, its own shape. Why? Why the shape of each galaxy is different from another one? Due to, this is the answer, due to the harmony and the order of stars. As we know, galaxy forms from millions, hundreds of millions of stars. And these stars have order. It's their own order. So the order of these stars are different from galaxy to another one. Mr. Muhammad also explained the first theory about the origin of the solar system. Today we go on. This theory, as you see on the monitor, crossing star theory. Who established this theory? As we see on the monitor, Chamberlain and Moulton. Chamberlain and Moulton. When? 1905. In 1905, Chamberlain and Moulton established crossing star theory. What their assumption? First one, they said that there was a huge star which approached to the sun. And after that, this star could attract some of the sun as a gaseous cloud, gaseous line from the sun was attracted to this star. After that, the sun could escape from the gravitation of this galaxy, as we see from this star, as we see on the monitor. We could see now that the sun could escape from the attraction or from the gravitation of the crossing star. But due to this escape, there was explosion. What exploded? The gaseous cloud, the gaseous line. And this gaseous line could condense together, then cooled, then they formed masses. These masses collect together, some masses collected together and form a planet. And these planets, the planets of the solar system that we know now, could attract to the sun due to its gravitational force and revolve it around the sun. This is the theory. But we have another theory. We have 3 theories. Number 1 was nebular theory by Laplace. Number 2, crossing star theory by Moulton and Chamberlain. Number 3, the modern theory. The modern theory was established. We have a call, Mariam from Caliobia. Hello, Mariam.
Hello, Mr. Wael.
Hi, how are you?
I am fine, thank you.
Do you have a question?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
What is the origin of hydrogen and helium?
Yes, very good question. Another question?
No.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mary. Yes, very good question. What is the origin of hydrogen and helium? Because we know that all forms of matter was originated from hydrogen and helium. And before hydrogen and helium, there were no any forms of matter. As we say that there was no form of matter. But what the origin of hydrogen and helium? I explained that before. Because I said that quarks formed the first particles of matter. 2 up quarks have positive 2, and one down quark that has negative 1. When they combine together, they form positive 1. This was the proton. So the origin of hydrogen was collecting some waves as the quarks. Then from this, the helium was originated. Thank you, Mariam. Let's go on. Number 2, as we see on the monitor, modern theory. Modern theory. Modern theory was established by Alfred Hell. When? In 1944, as we see on the monitor. What the assumption? He knows first that something happened in the sky, in celestial bodies, in stars. It was stars explosion phenomenon. What star explosion phenomenon? It's explosion for some stars. Why? Due to the nuclear explosion, nuclear reactions. Due to nuclear reaction. Some stars explode due to nuclear reaction. But what is meant by the star explosion phenomena? As we see on the monitor, this is a photo. We see now the definition of star explosion phenomena. It is glowing of a star for a short time, maybe days, to become one of the most shining stars in the sky. Then it's glowing, disappear again, gradually to return to its normal nature. But now the question, how could we know that? How could we know that sometimes star explosions occur? By photos taken to some stars by Hubble telescope. This is the base of the third theory by Alfred Hell that was called modern theory. But now let's discuss the assumption of the theory. As we see on the monitor, Alfred Hell supposed that a star that was near to the sun, but it was exploded. Why? Due to huge nuclear reactions. But parts of this exploded star formed gaseous cloud, and the nucleus of this star ran away. It was very far due to the huge explosion. But this gaseous cloud cooled, formed matter of our planets. This matter of the planets formed the planets and attracted to the sun due to its gravitational force and revolves around the sun. So now we have 3 theories that tried to explain the origin of the solar system. Which one is correct, which one is not correct, it doesn't matter because they are just theories. No one was in the world, in the universe 15,000 million of years ago or 10 or 5,000 million of years ago to tell us which one is fact. So it's just theory. Okay, number 1, Laplace, that supposed that the origin of solar system was nebula. Number 2, Chamberlain and Moulton that supposed that the origin of the planets was the sun itself. Number 3, Alfred Hill that supposed that the origin of the solar system was a star that exploded that formed what? Formed the planets. Okay, we have another call, Muhannad from Cairo. Hello, Muhannad.
Hello, Mr.
Okay, do you have a question?
Yeah, I have.
Yes.
You said before about Alfred Hill, about his theory.
Yes.
Was in 1944.
Yes.
Should we keep it in mind?
Excuse me?
Should we keep it in mind?
Okay.
Will you be asked about it?
Yeah. You want to ask?
هنتسأل عنها?
No. Yeah. About what?
The year. About the year.
The year. Maybe.
Okay.
Yes. It's included in your curriculum.
Okay.
Another question?
Yeah, another question.
Yeah.
I read about this lesson in summer. I've seen it. Some things was delayed. كانت ملغية. في حاجات كانت ملغية.
Yes, that's right.
هو ليه الدرس يعتبر سهل؟
Yes. What's your question?
يعني هو الحاجات دي تعتبر ليه اتلغت؟
Excuse me?
لا خلاص.
You ask about what was cancelled. That's right?
Yeah,
Yes. Last year these lessons were 2 lessons. Okay. First one talked about universe and second one talked about the origin of the solar system. But now they are 1 lesson. Okay. The gravitational force, the gravitational law of Newton was cancelled. It wasn't in your curriculum today.
I know that it's told us about it, but why did they cancel it?
Why? Yeah, because some information was written more times. Okay, and this to be very easy for you, Mohammed. You have to thank the Minister of Education.
Okay.
Thank you, Mohammed. Do you have another question? Thank you, Mohammed. Yes, let's go on what we explained. So Alfred Hill supposed that the origin of the planets was just 1 huge star, but the sun was existed in the first. Okay, these are the 3 theories. But now let's go to another part, the last part of this lesson. What are the devices, the instruments that we can use to explore the space, to study the sun, to study the solar system, to study the universe? First one, the solar telescope. As you see on the monitor, this is the shape of the solar telescope. The solar telescope, it's placed on the earth. It's centered on the earth. And it has tunnel to be under the ground. But what is important? It forms pictures for the sun. Through these pictures, the astronomers can know a lot of information about the sun. Very huge number of information about the sun. It works on reflecting the sun rays to a concave mirror in a tunnel under the ground. The sunlight is gathered, and then the astronomers separated the spectrum of the sun, the solar spectrum, by a device called a spectrometer. The spectrometer is a device that can separate the solar spectrum. By studying this solar spectrum, each one alone, the scientists could know a lot of information about the sun. This is the first one. But on the monitor, as you see, second device that we can know information about the solar system, the universe, and all about the universe was called Hubble telescope. I say that it was, because now there is no Hubble telescope. Okay, Hubble telescope was rotating around the Earth, at distance of 500 kilometers. It took a lot of photos for space, and those photos helped the astronomer to get a lot of information about the universe. Okay, these were the two important instruments to study the space. Number one, the solar telescope that placed on the Earth, that studied the sun from the Earth. Number two, Hubble telescope that sent a lot of photos from the universe, from the atmospheric air. Okay, now, dear student, let's have just revision, important revision. As you see in the monitor, the first question today is write the scientific term. Write the scientific term. You can answer by using the phone. Number one, write the scientific term. Number one, the measuring unit of distance between celestial bodies. The measuring unit of distance between celestial bodies. The answer is yes, that's right. It's light year. Why? Because the distance between celestial bodies is very large. We can't use kilometer to measure it because it's very large. So we use light year. Light year. That equal 4.67 by 10 power 12 kilometer. Number two, write the scientific term, the bigger units of the universe. The bigger units of the universe. Yes, that's right, galaxies. Very good. Number three, it is the glowing gaseous sphere from which the solar system was originated. It is the glowing gaseous sphere from which the solar system was originated. Yes, that's right. The answer is nebula. Nebula. This is the base idea of nebular theory by Laplace. Number four, write the scientific term. It is the continuous separation between galaxies in space. It is the continuous separation between galaxies in space. What's the answer? Yes, expansion of universe. Expansion of universe. Number five, the expansion of the universe and emerging of atomic particles forming hydrogen and helium gases. Some students may fall in the mistake here. When they read the expansion of the universe, they quickly write expansion of universe. No, it's not correct. When you see on the exam the expansion of universe and you need the scientific term, you have to write Big Bang. Big Bang. Yes. Another group of question. Write the scientific term. Number six. It is the straight line that passes by the pole of mirror and its center of curvature. It is the straight line that passes by the pole of mirror and its center of curvature. Okay, we have a call. Fadi from Cairo. Fadi, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, Fadi, how are you?
I'm fine.
We missed you so much these weeks.
Yeah.
Do you have a question?
I have one question.
Yes. Go on, Fadi.
We must have the theory, the text of this.
You want to know theory?
يعني احنا المفروض نحفظها ولا احنا المفروض نفهمها بس؟
Okay. بص look Fadi. If you could understand, you can write. You have the same brain of the scientist because God, who created the scientist brain, He created your mind. If you understand, you can write what the scientist wrote. Do you understand me, Fadi?
Yes.
It's easy to write. It's easy to remember if you can understand. So first you have to understand. Then you can keep. Okay? Did you understand?
Yes.
Do you need me to explain it again?
No, I
Okay.
have a...
Okay,
I
it's
have a
okay.
question.
Do you have any another question, Fadi?
No. I want to have a question.
You have what?
I want to have a question.
Yes. Okay. Fadi?
Hello. I
Yes.
want to have a question.
Yes, yes. Say. Tell me.
I have
Fadi.
a question from you.
Yes. You need me to give you a question.
Yes.
Okay, then. Give reason. The light ray that passes through the center of mirror, it reflects on itself.
Again?
The light ray that passes through the center of mirror curvature, it reflects on itself.
Because the incidence ray equals reflected ray equals 0.
Very good, Fadi. You are intelligent. Thank you, Fadi. Do you need another question or it's okay?
Yes.
Okay, Fadi. Write the scientific term. It is the speed by which the moving object covers equal distances at equal periods of time. It is the speed by which the moving object covers equal
Uniform speed.
distances at equal periods of time.
Uniform speed.
Can you raise your voice?
Uniform speed.
Uniform speed. Okay, thank you, Fadi. Thank you. Let's go on our questions. The straight line that passes by the pole of the mirror and its center of curvature. It's principal axis of mirror. You have to write, my dear students, principal axis of the mirror, because we have two types of principal axis. Principal axis of the lens and principal axis of the mirror. But here we have to write of the mirror. Why? Because the question says by the pole. Okay, we have another call. Mahmoud from El Fayoum. Hello, Mahmoud.
محمود.
Hello, Mahmoud.
ايوه.
Okay, do you have a question?
ها؟
Do you have a question?
لا كلمنا عربي.
انت في مدرسة عربي ولا لغات يا محمود؟
ها؟
انت في مدرسة عربي ولا لغات؟
لا عربي.
عربي؟ طيب. اوكي محمود اتفضل اسأل سؤالك بس احنا لغات يعني.
ها؟
احنا okay, we are language not in Arabic. Okay, thank you Mahmoud. Okay, let's go on. The straight line, okay, we have here to write principal axis of the mirror. Okay, number 7. A vision defect. Vision defect results due to the decrease of the eyeball diameter. Again, a vision defect results due to the decrease of the eyeball diameter. But the answer, yes, long-sightedness. Long-sightedness. Now you can notice, my dear student, that long-sightedness is due to decrease. Long-sightedness is decrease of ball diameter or of convexity of eye lens. But short-sightedness is due to increase the eyeball diameter or convexity of eye lens. Okay, let's go on another question. Number 8. It is the point that lies in the middle of reflecting surface of the mirror. It is the point that lies in the middle of the reflecting surface of the mirror? The answer is pole of mirror. Some students fall in another mistake in this question and write the optical center. No, optical center inside. It is a point inside the lens. Inside the lens. But when we say it is a point that lies in the middle of the reflecting surface, so the answer must be pole of mirror. Another question. It is distance covered by moving object in a certain direction. It is the distance covered by moving object in a certain direction. What is the answer? Do you know? It's not difficult. It's easy. Because distance in one direction means distance has direction. Distance has direction. It's not scalar, so it's not distance. But now it is vector. What is the vector form from distance? Yes, it's velocity. So the answer is velocity. I'm so sorry, displacement. But velocity what? Velocity is the displacement covered in 1 second. Distance and displacement. Distance is scalar. Displacement is vector. Distance has no direction. Displacement has direction. Speed and the velocity. What the difference between them? Speed is distance covered in a unit time, in 1 second, and velocity is displacement covered in 1 second. Okay, related to this question, distance and displacement. Let's write question here on this paper. Let's try to form a circle. Circle. The object moves from A to B. Then from B to C. Then from C to D. Okay? This is a circular path. The radius is 2 centimeters. 2 centimeters. Find number 1, distance, and number 2, displacement. Displacement. If you know the answer, you can call me now. Again, an object moved from A to B, then from B to C, then from C to D. This is a circular path. The radius of this circular path, the radius only is 2 centimeters. So find distance and find displacement. Okay? Let's go to another question, scientific term, then return back to this problem that may someone know the answer and call us. Number 10. It is a very thin lens that is made of plastic and can stick on eye cornea by eye fluid. Again, it is a very thin lens that is made of plastic and can stick on eye cornea, not cornea. I know that it has R, but R here is silent, and you can turn back to your dictionary. Okay? Again, it is very thin lens that is made of plastic and can stick on eye cornea by eye fluid. It is? Yes. Very good. It is a contact lens. Contact lens. Okay, let's return back to our problem about distance and displacement on this paper. As you see, because we didn't have calls even now, so I have to answer this question myself. From A to B, this distance is quarter circumference. Quarter circumference. And from B to C plus it is 2 radius, it is diameter, so it equals 2r plus another quarter circumference. So now we have quarter plus quarter, it's half circumference plus 2r. Circumference equal 2 by r. 2 times 3.14 by 2. Okay? This is circumference. But as you see, this object moved half circumference, not circumference. So I have to write 2 by 3.14 by 2 divided 2. So it equals 6.28. This is the distance for these two parts from A to B and from B to C. But don't forget that this object moved from B to C. And from B to C it is 2r. And the r here is 2 centimeter. So 2r, 2 by 2, 2 by 2 equal 4 centimeter. So the total distance is 10.28 what? Centimeter. But now, what about displacement? Displacement, as we know from its definition, is the shortest straight line between the initial and the final position. From initial and the final position. Which one is the initial point? It is A. And the final is D, because the object moves from A to B, then from B to C, then from C to D. So the initial one is A, the final one is D, so this is the shortest straight line between the initial and the final points. And what can we say, what can we call this straight line? What can we call it? It is very good, it's diameter to radius. This radius equal 2 centimeter and this radius equal 2 centimeter, so the displacement equal 4 centimeter. Okay, let's go on another part from our curriculum, the lenses and the mirrors. There is a lot of question here. What is the optical piece that forms literally inverted image? Literally inverted image. Literally, just one optical piece that form literally inverted image. It is a plane mirror. Because literally inverted means reversed. Reversed means معكوسة. The left comes on the right and the right comes on the left. But inverted means upside down. Upside down, مقلوبة. When we say literally inverted means reversed means plane mirror, only plane mirror. Okay. Another question related to the lenses and the mirrors. If a convex lens formed a convex lens, formed an image for the sun at distance of 5 meters. Find the distance that an object must be at to form an equal image. Notice it is a convex lens. This convex lens formed an image for the sun at distance 5 meters. So, if I want to form an image for me, but this image I need it to be equal to the size of the body. So, what is the distance that I have to stand at to form this image? The answer is, on this point, the distance that the image formed for the sun is 5 meters. So 5 meters is what here? 5 meters equal f small, focal length. If focal length is 5 meters, that means the radius equal, yes, r equal to f. So radius is at 10 meters. 10 meters. These are two important pieces of information to solve this problem. Okay, the convex lens form equal image when the object stands at distance equal radius. Equal radius. So the object must stand at 10 meters. This is the answer. 10 meters. Okay, another question, but it is advanced, it's not for the exam. Why the convex lens collected the light rays? Why? And concave lens diverging the light rays, separate the light rays. Why? Look at me here. This is concave or convex? Yes. Okay. This is a convex lens. Convex lens. Look at me now. This convex lens is what? Do you remember this? You studied this shape on primary 5. It's called glass prism. Glass prism. Okay, the light ray that fall on the glass prism, it refracts near to the base. Near to the base. Now look at this shape and look at this shape. You can imagine that the convex lens form from two glass prisms. Two glass prisms. Because they meet from their bases. This light ray that fall on this glass prism, it refracts near to the base, and this one refracts near to the base. So they are collected here. So it collects the light rays. But the concave lens, this is the concave lens. It is thin at the middle, in the middle, and thick at the two tips. You can imagine that they are two glass prisms that are connected at the vertex. So the light ray that fall here and the other light ray, they refract where near to the base, so they can't be collected. Thank you, our students. I hope to meet all your needs today, and I hope to meet all your needs today for this lesson and for these questions, and I hope you to study more to answer all questions that you need, that you find in your books, and you can collect this question and ask us on our official page مدرسة على الهواء الجروب الرسمي, and we wait you for the next week. And now I have to say goodbye.